ISIS is a product of U.S. policy, and it looks like deliberate U.S. policy. And now you see what they're doing now. They're legitimizing ISIS as the government of Syria. Okay, they're legit. Now, why did they ever fight ISIS? Why did they ever fight ISIS? We explained that in the article as well. Fighting ISIS, ISIS was, of course, the most horrible thing anybody had ever seen. Right? They were beheading people and making videos of the beheadings and putting them on social media and so forth. Before the Gaza attack on innocent Israelis, nobody had seen anything quite so horrific as ISIS. So those images of horror became the justification for a military alliance between the U.S. and Iran. Okay, so the story they told us is, ISIS is even worse than Iran, so we have to ally with Iran to destroy ISIS. Okay, and this is what they always do.
Yes.
Depending on the year, they're telling you that the Sunnis are worse than the Shiites, and if you wait another year, they're going to tell you that the Shiites are worse than the Sunnis. So they're always allying with one against the other. But the effect of these movements is always to produce a geopolitical consequence that is bad for Israel. So what happened there is that they told us, ISIS is worse than Iran, so we need Iran to help us defeat ISIS. And indeed, that's what happened. Iran attacked from the east, and the U.S. attacked from its bases in Iraq, and so on and so forth. And the consequence of that was that a corridor was opened for Iran all the way to the northern border of Israel, because once Iranian troops were allowed into Iraq under this excuse, you had full control. Iran developed full control of Iraq and acquired a land corridor all the way to the northern border of Israel, because Iran already controlled Syria, and it already through its alliance with the al-Assad family, and it already controlled Lebanon thanks to Hezbollah. Okay, so that's what they did, and now we are seeing that because the axis, the Iranian axis, was disrupted in these last 2 years, as Israel was, killing the entire Hezbollah leadership, and as Syria became a mess, and Israel moved into southern Syria and so forth. The Iranian axis that goes from Iran through Iraq, Syria, and Lebanon all the way, to the northern border of Israel, that was disrupted. So what they did is they switched from the Iranian axis to the Turkish axis, because the main patrons of ISIS and al-Nusra and all these terrorists that operate in Syria is Turkey. Okay, so Iran is now very weakened. It's very difficult for Iran to help as much as they were before their proxies. And Iran is probably about to collapse because they have a tremendous water crisis that is about to explode in their faces. So if Iran can no longer handle this, you need someone else to step in, and that someone else is Turkey. So now, instead of having an east-west axis to attack Israel, they have a north-south axis from Turkey into Syria, with Turkey supporting the new ISIS government in Syria. That's what they're doing, because Turkey has been the patron of these al-Nusra and ISIS terrorists in Syria. And this is all U.S. policy.